back to your forecast with Robert Suhr. See how our work week starts for us. Of course, we really couldn't ask for a better weekend. Definitely fall is in the air.
It is, and it'll really be in the air by the time we get to the middle part of the week. Some of us may not get out of the 60s for our highs.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. Pull out the hoodies, everybody. You will need them this upcoming week for a few days. We'll start with a look at what we can expect this week. Lots to digest with this forecast. It's a very changing forecast, and you can see, as I've been saying, yeah, our first real taste of fall will come this week with much cooler temperatures and sort of that wet and raw feeling for a couple of days, as we will see hit or miss rain chances for several days over the upcoming week, and no big warm-ups anytime soon. Now, warm-ups, I'm talking about that excessive extreme heat that we've been dealing with. And you can see here, Climate Prediction Center 6 to 10 days out. Still, now remember, the darker the colors, the stronger the confidence in below average or above average temperatures. It doesn't mean the darker the color, the colder it's going to be. But for our area, there is confidence in below average temperatures 6 to 10 days out. This takes us through basically the first day of autumn. Now you look 8 to 14 days out, we could flip that script. There's some confidence in slightly above average temperatures. Remember, it's all relative. Above average temperatures for now, average high in Northwest Arkansas is low 80s. So if we're in the mid 80s, that's technically above average, which still isn't too bad. There's the front, all that cooler air right behind it. Look at temperatures, lower 60s right now across Nebraska and portions of South Dakota. For us, still in the 80s, but at least the humidity is on the low side. It's great in Eureka Springs, not too bad. You can see clouds on the increase. Temperatures in Northwest Arkansas, basically lower to mid 80s, a few upper 70s hanging around. We'll slide you into Fort Smith, where you can see high cirrus clouds as well, filtering out the sun at times. It's still not too bad, upper 80s here in the River Valley, with one or two locations still dealing with 90 degrees. Now, as we go through the rest of the night, really not too bad. We will see clouds on the increase. High and mid-level clouds will be moving their way through the area. Waking up tomorrow morning, not too bad. There could be a stray sprinkle or two, but really not worried about widespread shower activity until the second half of our Monday. Once this boundary starts to get closer, gives a little bit of lift into the atmosphere, it starts to ring out showers. Showers. We're not really worried about thunderstorms, no severe weather, anything like this, just some annoying scattered hit or miss showers of varying intensity Monday evening, Monday night, and into early Tuesday as well. So if you're worried about big storms, look at Hurricane Lee here, now up to 120 miles an hour. The last couple of frames here, starting to see that eye redevelop as it's northeast of Puerto Rico right now, moving to the west-northwest here. Lee still expected to regain Category 4 intensity before it moves up between the Atlantic coast and Bermuda. Biggest threat right now to the Atlantic seaboard would be big-time waves and rip currents. But for us, nice and quiet tonight. 50s and 60s, and then 70s and some 80s for our highs tomorrow. But you can see not the best of weeks. A lot of cloud cover around, off and on rain, drizzle, temperatures lower 70s, upper 60s. It really doesn't get nice again until next weekend. River Valley, pretty much the same thing. A lot of low clouds, some rain around, some below average temperatures. In some cases, maybe 20 degrees below average, but we'll get nice by the time we get to next weekend. Speaking of nice, it was a great win for the Hogs yesterday. Cameron Johnson has more on that after the break.